folks, welcome home. Yet another issue of Shakin' Your World. Here we are at the magnificent Shaker Cigar Bar in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, with a couple of our offerings. People often ask us about unusual and better rums and or scotches and bourbons, and we have a tendency, as we have for 35 years, to have all sorts of products that you can't normally find in the marketplace. Today, I just want to talk about some of the exquisite Cuban rums that we have here. And these are the legitimate Cuban rums from Cuba, not the Cuban rums from Puerto Rico that are trying to pass by as something that they aren't. So the actual Havana Club here, for one of those things, the very rare ritual, you got all sorts of marvelous things here that you just aren't going to find in other places. Even this is, I've never seen this before in the U.S., mulata. I have both this as a blanco and as a amber. One of my favorite rums, though I am really partial to Havana Club any day, but the Santiago, the Cuba. Oh my God, this, and especially if you get into, you're in Havana, and I've never seen it outside Havana, but you get into like the 15-year-olds, the 25-year-olds of this product, I think is easily the best rum that I've had on the island. So we run the gamut here, different things, and of course we have all sorts of phenomenal sticks that you can't otherwise source as well. And they just marry so nicely together. They just bring the essence of life together for me. I'm sure they will for you as well. And we do have descriptions of these in our menus, so it's not just the coming out and pointing to the pretty bottles that you've never seen before. It's that we can describe what the nuance is and how it's going to fit the different cigars. If you have, for example, a Monte Cristo number 2, or one of my all-time favorites, the first Cuban cigar I ever got was this Romeo Julieta Churchill. Well, it's not this exact one, but it's one just like it. And over the course of I almost hate to say this, the 40-odd years I've been smoking Cuban cigars, this remains my all-time favorite cigar, Romeo Julieta Churchill Sublime. But right behind that, the Monte Cristo number 2, a variety of other things. So people think all the time about Cohibas, and Cohiba makes some lovely cigars. Fidel smoked Cohibas for most of his life. And then at some point they just weren't strong enough. They weren't delivering the goods for him. So at that point, Mr. Castro switched to Trinidads, which were created for him. Big, dynamic, full-bodied, redolent, powerhouse of a cigar. We've got those too. That, with one of these exquisite rums, really will give you a much different perspective on cigar smoking, on rum drinking, on just the enjoyment of life, because life is short. And that's one of the things you want to do is foster relationships with people, keep those relationships moving ahead, but enjoying every nuance you possibly can. And, I've got limes here as well. So we use limes in a lot of cocktails, not just the mojito, not just a daiquiri. It really sparks things up. It really energizes the cocktail, just like in the cuisine and the food that we do here. And I think it's important that people step outside their boundaries, and especially in a city like Milwaukee, where we have a tendency to just absorb a lot of the mediocrity. And this is such a beautiful city with such remarkable people, but there's more here than just beers and brats and cheese curds. So come here, come to Shakers, experience that part of life that truly people come from around the country and around the world to participate in and to enjoy. Look forward to seeing you soon, my friends. Cheers to you. Be good to yourselves. Thank you.